First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, listen, I'm excited about this fight, but I'm definitely not excited about this video. Not excited about it because I'm much more interested in the fight, but since this shit done went so viral, I guess I just gotta speak about it. I gotta debunk shit. I told you at this point, you know, they say it's a thin line between love and hate. I'm telling you, bro, I have a love-hate relationship with boxing. It's the most spectacular, most exciting sport in the world. Man, my stomach be turning when I watch certain fights. Man, no sport excites me the way boxing does. It's very exciting. It's a very passionate sport. It can get very emotional at times. And I guess the emotions are coming out, and you know what they say about emotions. Emotions make you cry sometimes. And Regis Prograis, listen, for one, I don't even know if you consider yourself black. Don't you call yourself Creole or some shit? You know, I know about, Louisiana right up the street, so I know about the Creole versus the black, and, Creoles kind of hold their nose up a little more. You know what I'm saying? They be light-skinned with green eyes, and, they got the so-called good hair, that shit we call good hair. Anyway, not gonna get into all the good hair, bad hair, and light-skinned, dark-skinned bullshit. But yeah, you definitely Creole. Listen, Regis, for one, I haven't respected you since, let me see when I lost respect for Regis. Let's see. Because he's done a lot of monkey shit. I've lost count at this time. Oh, yeah, this is when I completely lost respect. And I was already losing respect for you. Okay. The first suspect thing about you that I've noticed is that certain fighters don't want to fight you. But it's two fighters at 140 that you just are not thrilled to fight, bro. And we all know it. You are not thrilled to fight either one of these fighters. You ain't talking about it like that. Every night, they got to ask you about these fighters. And that's Sabril Matias and Gary Antoine Russell. Those are real 140-pounders. If you look at Regis, he's been calling out number 135-pounders, trying to get him to move up. That's all he been doing. And I don't want to hear about no star power and those fighters got bigger names. No, you've been trying to fight smaller fighters, bro. Matias definitely bigger than you. I think Gary Antoine either the same size or bigger than you, but I definitely think I think both of them fighters stronger than you. So I find it very strange that you've been calling out Tank for years, bro. You've been begging and pleading and now you begging to fight T.O. You begging to fight Ryan. When you said you would fight Ryan and you want to fight Ryan, let me tell you something. When I seen you show more respect for Ryan Garcia than Devin Haney, I completely lost all respect. I have no respect for Regis Prograis at all. I can't find a piece of respect that I have for you, bro. I think you're a hell of a fighter, though. I think you should be the favorite in this fight. I think the bidding should be, you should be the favorite, bro. Definitely. This is a very dangerous fight. But nah, bro, the way you try to act like Devin ain't no name and this and that, but you sure want to fight him, though. Bro, this is the biggest stage you have ever been on in your entire career. And I don't want to hear that bullshit about fighting Josh Taylor. You fought in that man's country. That was not a huge fight in America, bro. This is the biggest stage you have ever been on, and you still don't show Devin no respect. I guess I guess he ain't a star, but why is you on the biggest stage, though, if he's a nobody? If he don't sell, he ain't nothing. Why is you finally getting commercials and promo? You have never had a promo video in your entire career, Regis. You need to be a little more thankful. This the biggest check of your career. And that's a fact. So, bro, stop capping. And when I hear you say Devin ain't shit and he don't sell, he really a nobody, but you want to fight him and you see that the fight's big. But then when it come to Ryan, that's a huge money. That's the money fight. You know, I would love that fight. That's a money fight. Ryan Garcia versus Regis Prograis is not a money fight, bro. I keep telling you, motherfucker, why ain't nobody talking about Ryan Garcia's new opponent in his fight on December 2nd? Why are we not talking about it? Nobody's talking about it. I wonder, you motherfuckers keep trying to say it was Ryan that made the 1.2 mil with Tank. Well, why nobody's talking about him? And is it on pay-per-view? How much are the tickets? Or where would the fight be? Where can we order it at? We need to know a lot of shit. I just get tired. It disgusts me when I hear a black fighter try to. I always say somebody else sell, but your own don't sell. Man, Ryan ain't shit, and I ain't finna get on Ryan. But another reason why I completely lost respect for it, when you came out tweeting after this Tank versus Ryan fight, and you begged and pleaded for Ryan, and you said he didn't quit. He did not quit. You motherfuckers don't know boxing. Got the going off on fans and shit. Y'all don't know nothing about them kind of shots. He did not quit. He did everything he could to get up. When I saw you do that shit, bro, I said, nah, Rig is playing for the camera. Rig is playing for the camera. You want to be a star so bad, bro, you'll do anything. Listen, bro, skills gonna have to pay the bills. You know, because if you was to be Devin, you will become a star. That's a fact. But nah, bro, you've never been a star. But see, nobody else, Devin them, they ain't try to discredit you. Nobody ever tried to discredit the fact, bro, you ain't no star. You've never been a star in boxing, bro. You've never been a star. And I personally believe that Matias and Gary Antoine Russell are bigger names than you. They're bigger names, bro. Bigger names, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that's one of the reasons why people ain't really interested in fighting you. You're not a name. You're not a name like that. You have no star power attached to your name. You fought in New Orleans and that was good for you. But look how long it took. Look how long it took. And it was only when your name was tied to Devin Haney, bro. So, but what I'm not finna do, I ain't trying to make it like Devin Haney just made you and Devin Haney the biggest star in boxing. Nah, I'm not finna say that. But he a much bigger star than you. Devin Haney's a much bigger name than you, bro. So all this, listen, I don't give a fuck who's the bigger star at the end of the day. I just know that this shit gonna turn into a circus show. I already see the press conference tomorrow. I'm telling you, Regis might try to push Bill. I hope you don't, bro. You might try to push Bill or some shit. You already called him a hoe. So I'm just telling you, if you get on that stage trying to call Bill a hoe, bro, I just know this shit gonna get out of hand. I'm telling you, bro, I think these press, it's finna become some, and what's sad, it's finna become because it's a big fight. It's gonna become huge, bro, without the press conferences. Because Regis Prograis is a monkey like most black fighters, and they think that I gotta do antics. My skills can never make me a star. I gotta be a monkey. I gotta do like Floyd did. I gotta be a bad guy. I gotta be a villain, and I gotta talk shit. The fact that black fighters think that, bro, you motherfuckers are robots. How you gonna let a motherfucker tell you I gotta talk shit to sell? That's fucking sad, bro. But yeah, he gonna talk as much shit as he can. He gonna be just like Jamel was with Tony Harrison. It's gonna be these press conferences is gonna look like Jamel Charlo versus Tony Harrison 1 and 2. It's gonna get ignorant. It's gonna get ignorant. And Devin young and he do ignorant shit too. So, but in the ring, I trust Devin Haney. I trust the shit out of him. And I believe wholeheartedly he'll fight Gary Antoine Russell or Matias. I believe it wholeheartedly. I don't think Devin Haney's ducking nobody in boxing. I think he want to be great. Out of all the three kings, nobody want to be great more than Devin, and nobody's taking the risks he's taking. Nobody has fought the competition he's fighting, and which leads me to some more shit. Listen, shout out to my brother No Name. His Instagram name is different though. But on YouTube it's No Name. Brother really know boxing. He really fucking know boxing. I ain't gonna lie. He know that shit. He a student of the game. And it's a lot of brothers be in my comments. You know boxing, bro. I can just tell how you break down certain fights in the comments. I can tell when you know your shit. Listen, brother. Cause he's a support and I appreciate it and I fucks with him. But he say, man, Devin the weakest link, bro. I feel like Devin the weakest link, bro. That fight with Loma, bro. I just don't think Shakur and Tank would have had a tough fight like that, bro. And I said, but bro, they ain't never fought nobody like Loma. Listen, I can't make a full. I do believe Shakur beats him though, and I think Tank would. I would pick Tank. Tank could have a tough fight against Loma. He'll be down on the scorecards if he would have to knock him out, and he would definitely be way behind on the scorecard. Loma gonna outwork him. Now with Shakur, it's different. But listen, it's a lot of shit we gotta understand about boxing, bro. Remember when Jimmy Young fought George Foreman? I don't know if y'all remember that fight. Jimmy Young got up for that fight. He got up for that fight, bro. He took some hard shots from George Foreman, and he dropped George Foreman. I want to say in that fight. Yeah, he dropped George. He the second fighter to ever drop George Foreman. Ali knocked him out, but Jimmy Young did drop George Foreman, and it was the highlight performance of his career. The crowd went crazy for him. He became a name after that and shit like that. But Jimmy Young had a lot of shitty performances, but he had a hell of a performance against Foreman. Listen, this is what I'm saying about Loma. When the last time you ever seen Loma look that good? I want to know this thing because certain fighters get up for certain fights. Loma fought that fight like it was his last fight. Loma looked like he looked in the beginning of his career. He looked like when they was showing all his highlights and shit early in his career. That's how he looked, bro. He didn't look old in that ring. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Loma's 35, gonna be 36. He did not look 35 in that ring against Devin. He got up for that fight. And I gotta be honest, and I gotta give Loma credit. Loma got a high ring IQ. That motherfucker got a high ring IQ. And he know veteran shit that Devin haven't mastered yet. It's certain shit about, I don't think he's no Floyd, no Matrix, but I'm telling you, it's certain shit about Loma. He has very educated feet. The motherfucker got a ring IQ. He got a hell of a ring IQ. He got one of the sneakiest straight lefts in boxing. Loma do tricky shit. And the fact that he rose to the occasion, that motherfucker fought. He looked way better than when he fought Jorge Linares, when he fought Luke Campbell, when he fought Jermaine Ortiz. He looked 10 times better than that Jermaine Ortiz performance. He looked tired in the Jermaine Ortiz fight. He was in tip-top condition. I'm telling you, bro, Loma, that was one of the best performances of his career, in my opinion. And when you look at the version that T.O. beat, because a lot of people keep saying, well, T.O. beat him. Look at the version. And I don't know if his shoulder was injured or not, bro. I'm not even finna say that. But one thing about it, Loma did not come to fight like that. He did not come to fight T.O., bro. That shit was a completely different version of Loma. He looked old that night. Look at the version that T.O. beat. Look at the version that Devin beat. Loma made Devin work. Never made T.O. work. It was a few later rounds where Loma got in some work on T.O. But he took way too long to get warmed up. He took way too long to start letting his hands go. So it was a completely different performance. So I think that had a lot to do with it. Also, I think that when I look at Devin's last 4-5 fights, I can completely tell that the weight has been an issue. I am completely convinced that 135 is not his best weight at this point in his career. What, he about 25, 26? He growing like a motherfucker. Like I said, I'm seeing him in this training camp. Devin Haney look like a fucking welterweight. Devin Haney, I'm telling you, bro, he look like a fucking welterweight. So I'm just telling you, in my opinion, I think 140 would suit him much better. Much better. But it still don't take away from Loma had a hell of a performance. I don't even think Devin was prepared for that kind of Loma. I don't even think that. Because when you look at the performance he was coming off with Jermaine Ortiz, he didn't look nothing like that. So I do credit Loma, even though I don't feel bad for him. He lost fair and square, and when he cried, that's when I knew he was playing his white card. So I don't really respect Loma either. Regis Prograis, I swear to God, bro, I'm telling you, bro, black men, y'all just some all my children ass motherfuckers. Why is you worried about some shit that happened in Mexico? Because at this point, I'm not here to debunk. Well, did Devin Haney lose in Mexico and try to hide it? I don't care if he did or didn't. Hell, I think it was pretty dangerous and brave as shit to even go to Mexico with his father fighting in all them goddamn bars and shit, or wherever he was fighting in Mexico, and you a black fighter and shit like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got robbed in 2 or 3 fights or shit like that. So I'm not worried about no fucking loss in Mexico. Why we ain't worried about them 40 wins and that false ass record with Canelo? He fought 40. He had 40 some fights before he even fought Floyd. He had like 40 fights in Mexico. We don't know none of them dudes. And we keep talking about this legendary career he got. We don't know his first 40 fights. So I just, baboons gonna be baboons. I'm not gonna stay in this shit long. Regis, you a fucking monkey, bro. I swear to God, that motherfucker is a baboon. That motherfucker is a baboon, bro. Cause I know you're gonna play for the camera. I know you're gonna play. These press I'm telling you, I think they're gonna throw blows. I think the face off. I think Regis gonna try to, they're gonna put each other hand in each other. It's gonna get disrespectful. I'm telling you. The fight might not have one of them might get injured. You just never know. It's gonna be a lot of shit. And it's gonna make for great content for some of these brothers and shit. As for me, bro, I'm just more interested in the fight. All that playing tough, I just know you ain't gonna play tough if you fight Ryan. I know if you get in the ring with T.O., you're not gonna talk that same shit. I know this, bro. I know this about a lot of you motherfuckers. So I don't respect it. I told you, bro, I am fearless with anybody. There is no man I fear. I'm not just tough with black people, bro. I'm tough with everybody. And I ain't gonna say I'm tough. I just don't fear a motherfucker. Don't no man on this earth make the hair on the back of my goddamn neck stand up. It ain't in my spirit to fear. I fear God. Shit. I fear God. But nah, bro, you just like I said, to those who may not think Devin Haney that good, or you just think that he's a little overrated, and you just think that Shakur and Tank are the best, and you just try to section them off and not include Devin in that shit, you can't do it, bro. It's not right, and that go for my brother. No, that go for a lot of brothers, bro. You can't do it. You cannot say Devin Haney is not amongst the three kings when he got a better resume, bro. He got a better, and with the Regis fight, he damn sure got a better. Even with the Loma fight, he got a better resume, bro. He did win Undisputed and defended twice, bro. Listen, bro, you got to give him his credit. You got to give Devin his respect, bro. We just got to do it, bro. And this ain't no fanboy. Yeah, Devin, my guy. I fuck with him heavy. Heavy. But no, bro, you just got to give him credit, bro, for fighting the best. In his first fight to fight Regis, it's dangerous. Listen, it's a lot of shit, man. Also, like I said, I'm going to keep reminding, I've said this in so many videos. Devin Haney has showed time and time again, he can be a master boxer, bro, if he want to. They just call it boring. Devin, and I hate he quit fighting like that. And I'm telling you, Shakur doing the same shit. When they called him boring against Nakatillo, Shakur has not fought that fight ever since. And I have no problem with Shakur fighting the way he fought. I have no problem with you just not throwing as many punches and being more defensive. I have no problem, bro. That's why you got styles in boxing. If you can't hit me, shit, fuck it. But with Devin, I noticed, bro, after that Gamboa fight, when they said he was boring, ever since then, Devin been mixing it up in every fight. He been that whole Linares fight, he was mixing it up. Jojo Diaz, he mixed it up with him. But in that first Kambosos fight, look at that performance. That was a fight where Devin, and he said, I'm just going to show you straight boxing. When Devin strictly boxed, Kambosos couldn't hit him at all. His defense is way better than what you think. I got Devin Haney as a top 3 defense, at least top 5. His defense is way better than what people think. He want to mix it up. That's what he's doing. But if he choose to box, man, it's going to be hard to hit him, bro. If he fight a safe boxing fight like he did in the first Kambosos fight, they're going to say he was boring and he was scared of Regis, and they're going to say he ran. But I'm telling you, Regis won't hit him if he don't want him to. But Devin ain't going to fight that kind of fight. I don't think he's going to mix it up with Regis. But he's not finna fight no move, jab, straight right, hold. He going to mix it up at times with Regis. He's not just going to do a pure boxing display. Devin Haney has abandoned that style. And Shakur has too. I noticed that. If you notice, both of them fighters, bro, they use way more offense now. They mix it up more. The only difference is, I will say, Shakur's defense is better, and Shakur is better than Devin Haney at walking you down. Shakur's offense is better than Devin Haney's, and so he's more effective. But the thing about Shakur, I keep telling you, even though I got him beating Tank and he's better, if you try that aggressive shit and this exciting shit that you've been doing, like you did with that Yoshi boy, you better be careful with De Los Santos. Even though I think Shakur is the shit and he's the best, but if you try to be too aggressive with De Los Santos, he can clip you. Especially Tank can clip you. If you try this exciting, come forward, just want to throw a lot of punches, you're going to have to be way more defensively responsible with fighters like Tank and with fighters like De Los Santos. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I think Tank is way more devastating of a puncher, but De Los Santos' power is real. And I think his hands are faster than Tank. De Los Santos got fast hands and he quick. He very quick. He quick, bro. When he leap in with them punches, he very fucking quick. So I give Shakur a whole lot of credit for fighting De Los Santos. And I think Shakur, his resume not way behind Devin Haney. He up there because you're a 2-division world champion. You did beat Oscar Valdez. You done beat some good fighters. Shakur right there, he just don't have all the accomplishments. Devin done won undisputed, and he hit it to 140. And I just think Regis, Prograis, and Loma are better than anybody that Tank or Shakur has ever fought. Them two opponents alone, bro, that's straight legacy. So, but, you know, these motherfuckers that started this, he lost in Mexico. Bro, I swear to God, I wouldn't care if he lost 10 fights in Mexico. I wouldn't even care, bro. It's just petty to me, bro. You want to look up his history? You want to look up his ex-girl? What you gonna interview his ex-girl and try to talk bad? Bro, this is some fucking. Listen, we gonna keep this shit boxing, bro. We gonna keep this shit boxing. Y'all don't give a fuck about no loss in Mexico, if it was or if it wasn't. And then Regis just text back, "Oh, it's confirmed. Yeah, I just from my source, it's confirmed." I just don't know, bro. You ain't never done this in no other build-up for a fight. Which lets me know that, I'm telling you, one of them brothers, bro. A motherfucker give you a shiny suit, that shit'll overwhelm you. Yeah, shit like that. Certain shit I think this fight is overwhelming you. The stage that you on, that you've never been on. I just, I'm telling you, bro, you ain't got Anyway, I ain't gonna claim you, bro. I really want to fire your ass up, but I ain't gonna fire you up. But like I said, I don't respect you. And like I said, even though I feel like you should be the favorite, beating Devin, you won't get a lot of respect from me. Because I feel like you just picking on 135-pounders. You'll get respect from me if you beat Devin Haney and call out Matias or Gary Antoine Russell. But I know you're not gonna do that. If you was to beat Devin, you'd call out Ryan. You call out Ryan or Tio, bro. That's it. And you still hoping and begging for Tank. Tank ain't gonna ever fight you. And I ain't gonna say it's out of fear or nothing. Tank just don't give a fuck about you. But Tank ain't interested. I think the Devin Tank fight happened before Regis versus Tank. I don't think that fight would ever happen. Oh, another reason why I lost a lot of respect for you. Because for 3 years, even this year you was calling for this fight. You was calling for Adrian Broner, bro. Listen, and I don't give a fuck. You try to make that shit I ain't shit personal with you and AB, bro. Wasn't nothing you trying to fight this man coming off a 3-year layoff. So it's just shit like that, bro. You ain't nowhere near the fighter Devin Haney is. Because if you was, you would have been moved to 147 and called out Spencer Bud like you did 4 or 5 years ago when you just kept talking about you finna move up to welterweight and you finna fight Terrence and you gonna fight Earl and you gonna beat both of them. But when you lost to Josh Taylor, you lost your confidence. And you lost what little sauce you had. So that's why we ain't gonna never hear about you calling out Spencer Bud. And you damn sure ain't gonna call out Boots. But you can call out 135-pounders to come up to your weight division. I'm telling you, bro, you should have been moved to welterweight a long time ago. You were talking about moving up 5 years ago. I remember the interviews, bro. Sure. I remember you saying that Terrence Crawford was the easier fight over Spence. And you think you would stop him. I remember this shit, bro. But now you trying to fight 135-pounders and you begging for a Ryan fight. I don't respect you. I had to check you. And I fucks with Devin Haney, bro, because he shows improved, bro. He show improved, bro. He show improved. And, I just feel like you can be a great fighter but not always have a dominant performance. I'm cool with competitive fights. You know? It's just like when you look at Roger Mayweather, he got destroyed by Julio Cesar Chavez. But look at the fight he gave Pernell Whitaker. And I think Pernell Whitaker is greater than Roger Mayweather, but Roger Mayweather got up for that fight, and that's the fight where I ain't never seen Pernell Whitaker hurt. Like, he hurt him. And I think he dropped Pernell Whitaker. That was a good-ass fight. I might go look at that fight again today. But Roger Mayweather versus Pernell Whitaker, if you haven't seen that fight, go look at that fight. Because Roger had power in that right hand. And he clipped Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker had to really, really fight. And I think in that fight, Pernell Whitaker only had like 12 fights. He was very young in his career and shit like that. But it just, you can have close competitive fights, bro, with other good, very good fighters. It don't take away from your legacy. It's close fights that Floyd had with fighters I feel like he should have, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he had a lot of close fights, but, he ain't really. Because people think they could still fight. I thought he won the first fight, and he was hurt in that fight. I thought he beat Castillo. I thought Castillo was just good at putting him on the ropes. The first Madonna fight, I think the first 4 rounds was competitive. A lot of people think Madonna, I thought the first 4 rounds, after that, Floyd picked him apart. And Madonna was hitting him in the back of the head the entire fight. The ref didn't say nothing. And the second Madonna fight, Floyd completely dominated. So it's people saying that the first fight should have been a draw. And I don't think Floyd has ever had a close fight. Nah. I don't think Floyd ever had a close fight. And I think the only fighter that ever beat Pernell Whitaker was Felix Trinidad. And I think Pernell Whitaker wasn't in shape for that fight. He was much older. That's the only fight that ever beat him. I thought Pernell beat Oscar. Thought he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Yeah. That's the only fighter to beat Pernell, in my opinion. And that's when Felix Trinidad was young, hungry. Like I said, he actually beat Pernell Whitaker. But like I said, I think Pernell Whitaker was out of shape. But bro, Devin Haney, like I said, bro, I'm all for legacy. I'm all for being great. I'm all for being fearless. I'm all for wanting to fight the best. And whether you like Devin Haney or not, whether you think he the shit, whether you think he one of the best, he's steady trying to fight the best, bro. So for that, I give you your respect. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, George J. With that, I'm out.